Hey everyone, thank you for joining me again. This is my July reset video, and I actually go through the whole year and put on all of the moon phases, all of my days off, all of the holidays or birthdays or celebrations, and then paydays. I do that all in advance. Oh, and these are presents to myself. This is my therapy session. So, yeah, because this one was on the 30th. So these are all kind of already in here for each month, as you can see, going on to our August. And what I wanted to show you was kind of how I reset every month. This was June. So what I do here is write all of it's a lot of meal planning, and I copy the week's information into here. I have a few meals here I missed, but it kind of helps me understand or remember like what are past meals we've had for future ideas. And this is my fresh list is what I call it. And it's all of the food that I'm trying to keep track of without running to the fridge all the time and seeing like what do we need to eat up. Obviously, this month was really busy, but we have some things that we can carry over to the next month. And then down here, I used to have just like pills and things or medications, supplements, anything down here. But then it also turned into toilet paper and any kind of supply we need for the house. So that's basically how this last month went. And before I erase anything, actually, so we filled up a gas tank and I got my Flonase and my medication, but dish soap and hand soap I did not get. So that's why I kind of do this. And I'm going to write these over here. And then hand soap. We stocked up on a lot of other things. Oh, toilet paper. So I'll just kind of do that. So we have that, and then we have to fill up our other gas tank right before the new month. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. So here, what I like to do is just list the protein that we have just once, and then put check marks after it. So the first one that's showing up here is this, and why don't I just speed this up a little bit, so I'll catch you in a couple minutes. Okay, so thank you for hanging in there. Some of these abbreviations, this is chicken thighs, this is ground pork. Bork, if you're wondering, is beef and pork ground together for our meatloaf. Shaved beef is shaved beef. It's that really cut thin beef. Sometimes we put it on kind of a ramen or a pho type dinner. So I'm going through here and trying to kind of think of what did we have here, and I think I got it all transferred over. I'm sure something else will pop up, but basically this is what we carried over. And so, like this feels so much better. And so like if we do get extra ground beef, I just put a little checkbox there. And then I can also look here and go, we have about like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-ish meals that will carry us through for a while. As canned chicken is, I'd love to do a tortilla soup with it. So easiest recipe ever. If you want a great tortilla soup recipe, I mean, basically just put a couple things in the blender, heat it up, put the canned chicken in, and a bunch of cumin, and like it's done. So, but then you do have to have toppings like avocado and sour cream and stuff, and I do all those dairy free. So that takes care of those. And then I do not have my goals in here yet. So that is my next step. I just finished filming the week prior. So I'm not even on this yet. None of this is filled out. So I need to think about like, well, what are my goals this next month? Let me get my other planner. And this is what helps me. I don't use these pages much, but I do put in the information. Excuse me. So my last June goals, this is where I keep track of everything really, because I love being able to see it all here and all here. These are like the monthly goals, and then I break them down per week. And these little arrows mean that for the teal one is for spirituality. This is like I'm inviting flow into a certain part of my life. Right now I'm putting that a lot into work. And this is, I pulled a card for every single month. And so this last month was honor your familiar relationships, which is, family and ancestors. So this is kind of how things went. It wasn't perfect, and that's okay. I got quite a bit done. I worked really hard on this personal category. These categories match up with these. So this is the Makselife, and so it already has these categories. This is the Magic of I, which is linked below. And this one had 8 categories, but they didn't match exactly. But there's room for 8. So this is what I do. I make my own color coding system, and then I journal every single day. And then, and then it has all of this information if you're interested. So the full moon and stuff. So going into, let's see, because that's kind of personal. Going into this next month is July. And they have this kind of, all this information here. And what I look at mostly here are the new and full moons. It just helps me to kind of have some guidance about what I am starting out new, kind of refreshing, and also what I'm letting go every month. And I feel like those themes are just enough, because I still need reminders to kind of start something up fresh again. And kind of try something else. Like, think about a habit that you're having and try a new way. Or when is it time to just kind of let go of something? So I look at these. The new moon for July, they actually, if you see here, this is where you write for July, but this actually occurs on June 28th, which is why I put these in here. So this is coming up. I'm doing this ahead of time, and this hasn't happened yet. So what I do is I journal a little bit about what I can kind of start with these themes, and then what I can let go over here on July 13th. So let's go here. So this is, and I love these little tags. This is what I did, but let's get this all prepped, and then I can transfer them to here. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Also, this is my self-love candle over here by Mint and Cocoa, which it's smelling amazing right now. I'm just trying not to burn myself on it, because I do. I just do, because I forget it's there. Okay, so the first step here is that I take all my markers. If you guys saw my marker cleaning video, yeah, they're all dirty again. They're all dirty because I'm not going to be precious with them. I'm just not. I'm going to enjoy them. And yeah, so my first step is putting all the little colored dots of all the areas I want to focus on. And they do remind you, Makselife, it's working for so many people, and it clicked with my brain too, right? Like, it's what clicks with your brain. You don't have to use this system. You don't have to use any system. You can use what works for you. And I think it does take some trial and error. But there is a way. I mean, there are people who just plan day to day, and that can be a beautiful thing as well. if you saw my last month's reset, you'll see I forgot this little dot right there in purple. And that's okay, because about an hour ago I filled it in. Okay, so this is health. And we're going to put it here and here and here. What's next? Spirituality. Ooh, let me fly. Have it fly all over the place. Boop. And then green for financial. So I can name these really quick if you're curious. Let me get this one on. Yay, there's all my dots. Isn't that gorgeous? It just is kind of fun to open it up, because this is like a very serious calendar, and it just mainly has like the teal in it, and it has, you know, all this cool information, but I like how happy this one makes me feel. So to go down here, it's for Makselife, and I have tried kind of altering Makselife to see if something better works for me, and I kept returning to theirs because it made sense for my brain. So we have personal, fun, work, relationships, health, wellness, spirituality, or personal growth, financial for green, and then this last one is environment, which is home. And I think I've used a lot of different planner systems, and they kind of forget the home part of things. And home to me is just, can I use my home well? Am I able to take care of it and maintain it, but also does it feel good? So the next July card that I pulled at the beginning of the year was Listener of Candles. So that is a fire sign. Sensual and creative. You know how to be a magnet for your desires. I am all for that. Now, disclosure, July is my birthday month, so I am all for, let's, bring some of that into my life. So what I can do, and I'll speed this up here, is I'm going to just write what I think my next monthly goals will be here, and then let's kind of see about planning them out and putting them in the other side. Okay, so that is, it helps me see like just a very limited space of what I can project my goals to be. When I have the big Makselife stuff, I plan way too many things that I cannot keep on top of. Like for some people, this may work for them in a week. My energy levels cannot handle that. So this is what I handle about in a month. So like filming in different ways. So I have been experimenting with my gimbal, with different ways of filming, and I want to keep experimenting with that and seeing how I show up in different ways to help people not only show how I kind of manage my own energy, but just kind of have some more support for how you can think of ways to do that. So it's thinking about how visually I can use the camera to tell more information or a story around that. I want to have more music around. I had not played much music because my son was in school, so I definitely kind of want to like have the windows open, have some jazz or some really lo-fi music or something real chill playing, maybe be in our backyard where I do not have the energy to do much yard work, and so our yard people, what are they? They are my brain's forgetting. They are the landscapers. They have a name. The landscapers are about to come and do like a massive clean out that they do every year, and so I love it. Right after they do that, they make everything all nice and trimmed up. it looks pretty good out there. It's just that everything just got really floofy because they got all the rain that we recently got, and so they're just all bushy right now. But they're all doing really well, and I love to just kind of hang out back there. I think especially for the next couple weeks, maybe in the evenings. For work, I'm transitioning to only using my name, which is Katie Sanders, which is very common. And so I need to see how I can, the very first step is transferring my Instagram handle because I have it on another account. I just need to swap it. And you used to be able to instantly swap it a couple years ago, I think. And you could just like put one character different, move it over and swap it. Now you have to wait 2 weeks, and it's making me really nervous to have my other handle just kind of sitting out there and not sure when I can grab it back. So I've been trying to do some research, and most people are saying it's about 14 days, but you still should check on it every day. I might check on it a couple times every day. I really need to move that over because my Instagram is covering way too much of different things. And so I want to be really clear and have everything under my one name and then be able to highlight different work. So, and I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. Because I also am working within a group. I need to kind of pose it to them, see if they have some better ideas before I do that. And then I can get a lot more clear on my offers and have a more sustainable social plan. I want to do some more journaling for my relationships in my life. I love to just kind of work out my feelings in a journal. And then health-wise, water, 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 because it's summer here in the Northern Hemisphere, and I'm not great at drinking water, and it's just so important. Rest, I'll be able to rest more since my son is out of school. His schedule was not working well for either one of us. We just need to take some downtime. I need to come up with some more recipes and foods that won't cause flare-ups for myself. And so the last 2 weeks was definitely more anxiety, more flare-ups, but also I need to be really careful because I think if I don't look at all the labels, there's things that sneak in there, and then I just feel horrible for the next 24 hours. Flow, I'm always inviting flow into different areas, and we'll see as the weeks progress where I'm inviting flow into. And usually this I copy over into the Makselife, and that's what you see in my weekly videos. Keep on budget. We're 2 payments away from paying off our car. And then we have both of our cars paid off, and we're on this plan, and it's doing great. We just have a couple months left in our plan to be debt free in a sense. My husband still has his student loans. We are not crossing our fingers to see if any of that's going to get canceled, but that would be it. That would be awesome. Let's see. Yeah, so everything, I think it's 3 months away. July, August, September. Yeah, everything's 3 months away. And then there's just a bunch of stuff in our garage that I need to let go and buy nothing. I thought I was going to do individual things. I don't have time for that. So I am going to put everything at the end of my driveway and just put it all out. I did a couple of my tiny tidies on this channel. I have been producing more stuff for me to get rid of. So the pile in my garage has gotten bigger, and now I just need to actually just tote it down to the end of my driveway. So that's what this looks like. I'm not actually starting this week yet. No, I am. I am starting this week because this actually, if we look back, I already did because this was last week. Here, they only do 4 weeks, even if there's 5 weeks in. So they're kind of a week behind throughout this whole thing. So yeah, I was trying to get my car washed. I'm a couple days before the end of June here, so I might fit that in. And then I was just really hoping on buy nothing, but I just don't think I have that ready yet. So to focus on these goals, let me just write in the first week here and we'll see. Okay, so here's what I did. I broke these down a little bit so that I can kind of start stepping through here. So especially with the work one, I'm going to ask the group and I need to do an intro for the group anyway. I was just let into the group because they have new people come in seasonally, and I need to ask, and then that will make me feel a whole lot better about my name. So then I think that like the name is here, and then my offers, and then the social plan down here. I am thinking about like film one reel or short. I'm filming some of those anyway, but I want to come up with like a particular way that is working for me that I haven't quite seen before, or maybe I will get inspired by someone else, but just have like a totally different, because I've been experimenting with reels and shorts and I have some ideas on something. I've been just doing like a daily coffee cup, but I want to kind of expand beyond that and see what else I can do. I might still do those, but then on top of that, do these, because first thing in the morning, it's really easy for me to just take a quick film in my coffee cup, because I know I love seeing people drinking coffee. I always would follow people who would be like, I'm making my first cup. So sometimes people enjoy that. And then water and rest. I'm inviting flow into these. Staying on budget. And then really just putting, let's make this a little bit more tangible. Buy nothing. First, what's it called? Like a first batch. Because I think I'm just going to keep getting more and more buy nothing stuff to put out. And I just need to put out a batch at a time. And then here, I think I'm going to write this afterwards because it's kind of part of journaling. I want to get a little bit more intentional about this next month. So let me write that later. So then I go back here, and what I'll do is I'll transfer all that information here, but, yeah, I can do that real quick and just fast forward because it's not that much. But at least they'll be in here. I really don't. Let's see if I can move the candle. Ooh. Looked like it was tipping on the screen, but not in real life. Okay. So you'll see me fast forward a little bit, and I will get all these in here. As I Vanna White this. So in transferring these over, what actually dawned on me was when I have it in a little, sorry, I'll show my other one again. When I have these listed this way, you know, I see that there's a lot of things here, but it doesn't feel that big, and this will inspire me breaking these down here. That's great. But when I transferred it over here, I'm like, wait, this is a lot here, and that's good. I feel like I can handle this in the month. Because a lot of these other ones are light. Like that is very on purpose for my energy. So I see like there's a cluster here and here. I'm keep on doing the same thing here. I'm inviting flow into here and here. But also in here a little bit, because now that I'm seeing all of this and all of this, this is kind of where I'm going to be focusing my energy. This is just going to be kind of enjoying at the beginning or the end of the day, and doing this at night, and just kind of focusing on this as like do a little bit each week. So yeah, and then I'll show you my work reset. I use the Laurel Denise. See if you can see that all-in-one planner. She just came out with the teacher ones that are gorgeous. I ordered this back in the fall, and what it does is it has, you know, your month at a glance here, and I put specialty things here. So like the previous month I did posts, videos, newsletters, podcasts, and tiny tidies. No, YouTube. Because I wanted to see this modality of like how often am I using certain platforms. Actually, instead of posts, I could put IG. So it's like IG, Facebook. Because I am dividing YouTube up a little. It seems like a lot of platforms, but for me, I'm kind of testing out certain ones and seeing and kind of gathering audiences at different ones. And it's helping me because I'll have successes in one and it'll help me keep going in the other instead. And I know a lot of people like to just focus on one and just say that's it. And I may come to that point. I'm just not there yet. I'm still doing some tests and testing the amount of energy I can put into something. Like for me to do 3 podcasts, I can record those within an hour and have them all edited and done within like an hour or so after that. So I've been doing those every week and I release 3 of them. And so it sounds like a lot, but they're between 8 and 15 minutes long. And I really enjoy them. Like, it's easy for me to put that out. I'm connecting with a lot of people that way. So that is something I really want to have, but that's not my sole thing. Like that's just kind of a supportive thing that I do. And so then what I do here is not only am I tracking certain things, this is my like to-do list, even though this says to do today. So this is what I'm actually working on per day. So I may be filming on this day and it's released a week later. I may be working on my newsletter on Wednesday. It's going out on Saturday. And so this is what I'm working on. And then this is where I put like, okay, Monday, my podcast goes out. Wednesday and Friday, those are my podcast days. Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sundays are my YouTube days. And so I need to see like what is actually going out those days. And then my list of things. So this is July 4th, so I don't have anything written here. So this is like all nice and blank on each side. And then I keep track of some other information there. But that is my work one that's all ready to go for me when we start off that new month. Again, just like this, like these are all ready for me to go. And then, yeah, we have a couple holidays and that's nice and blank for the next week. So that's my July reset. Yeah, it's my birthday, coming up, and yeah, I'm in my 40s now, and I feel like this is enough planning that I can do. I need to see things, a month or so in advance. I do have a wall calendar that has the whole year up, but I keep it to about that. Yeah, so I think that's it. Yeah, it's long enough. It's long enough. I'm looking here. Excuse me. I hope you have a wonderful month of July. I would love to hear from you. How do you do your July reset? How do you, especially if it's in the summer months that we're having here in the Northern Hemisphere, what do you do to kind of make that transition out of the school year if you have kids, or just through this change into warmer weather? A lot of people have already had like scorching heat already, so you may have already had that transition, but I would love to hear like how do you document that or kind of ready yourself as you're entering a new season. So I think that's it. Take care, everyone. I will see you next month. Bye.